Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. Next up, we got Kelvin Gastelum taking on Dustin Stoltzfus. This is one of those matchups where you almost want to pick the referee instead of either guy, because you know whoever steps in there is going to have their hands full trying to wrangle two dudes who can both be extremely dangerous and extremely inconsistent, but this is the fight they gave us, so let's break it down. Kelvin Gastelum, coming in a minus 240 favorite with a record of 19-10. At this point, Gastelum is like the UFC's middleweight gatekeeper who refuses to leave his post. You want to break into the rankings? You got to get through Kelvin first, and good luck with that, because even though he's undersized for the division, the man has a chin made out of whatever they use to build the Great Pyramid of Giza. 25 professional fights, never knocked out. You could probably hit this man with a brick and he'd just blink twice and throw his left hand back at you. That left hand is still his moneymaker too. His compact southpaw boxing style makes him dangerous in the pocket, where he's got the speed and power to clip bigger guys who underestimate him. His jab, his combinations, even those short elbows in the clinch. Kelvin's offense is built to hurt people. Add in a strong wrestling background with some of the best takedown defense in the division, and he's extremely tough to impose a game plan on. You can get him down, but holding him there is like trying to keep a bar of soap in your hands during a shower. The downside is we've seen this version of Gastelum before. He hasn't evolved much, so if you've studied him once, you kind of know what you're getting. Taller, longer fighters tend to give him problems, and at middleweight, he's often the smaller man. He doesn't use his grappling offensively as much as he could, and when he gets tired, his defense falls apart. He's got the chin to bail himself out, but fight IQ hasn't always been his strong suit. That's why we've seen him stuck in this cycle. Dangerous enough to hang with elites, but not adjusting enough to beat them consistently. Now across from him is Dustin Stoltzfus, coming in a plus 205 underdog with a record of 16-7. Stoltzfus might not be a household name, but he's quietly carved out a niche as a guy who's happiest when the fight hits the mat. His grappling is legit, 6 career submissions, slick rear naked chokes, and a very aggressive ground game where he's constantly chasing finishes. When he gets your hips, he clamps down like a pit bull and doesn't give much space for sweeps or escapes. On top of that, he's not a one-trick pony. Stoltzfus has real power in his hands and isn't afraid to throw heavy shots, even if the mechanics don't always look the cleanest. He's aggressive, experienced, and when he gets rolling, he can smother guys with pressure and pace. He's had 9 UFC fights, so he's been tested at this level. The issues are clear, though. His striking defense is leaky, his footwork can look clunky, and his takedown defense is a problem, only 46% of attempts stuffed, which is not where you want to be against a guy like Gastelum who can shoot if he feels like it. Add in his tendency to start slow, and you can see why Stoltzfus has been cracked early in fights before. He also has that over-eager streak. Sometimes he gets so aggressive that he literally runs face first into big shots. Against a guy with Kelvin's hand speed, that's a dangerous habit. So who wins? For Gastelum, the recipe is simple. Keep it standing, pressure with the boxing, and let that left hand do what it does best. If he stays disciplined and uses his movement, Stoltzfus is going to struggle to match his speed and volume. Kelvin's chin also gives him confidence to take risks in exchanges, and that could make the difference. For Stoltzfus, he's got to weather the early storm and drag Gastelum into grappling exchanges. If he can clinch up, force scrambles, and test Kelvin's cardio, this could get very interesting late. Submissions are always on the table for him, and Gastelum's lapses in focus have cost him before. Official pick, I'm rolling with Dustin Stoltzfus. Yeah, I know, Kelvin's the favorite, but I don't think Stoltzfus needs perfection here. He just needs chaos. If he can survive the early boxing, slow the fight down, and force Kelvin into grappling exchanges, I see him finding a submission in the later rounds. Give me Stoltzfus by 3rd round choke. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.